This issue will destroy New York City.
I could tell that they're gang wars. I mean, they're tattooed up to head to toe. The people pissing on my door, they're tattooed up head to toe.
And how dare anyone say New York City is not going through a crisis? And here's the sad part about it, folks. When you get 10,000 a month, there's no relief in sight. And so I'm not going to search through a thesaurus and find the proper way to be politically correct to tell you that this can destroy our city, this crisis.
New York is facing this situation because of Democrats' immigration policy. When southern states are facing migration crisis, Democrats criticize that Republicans and welcomed immigration policy to look good on TV.
We want people to come here, despite where they came from or despite the circumstances that drove them to this country and to this state. We say you are welcome here. We are welcome with open arms, and we'll work to keep you safe. We'll not only house you, but we'll protect you.
You know, I'm proud that this is a right to shelter state, and we're going to continue to do that.
The staggering new record, more migrants crossed into the U.S. on Monday than any other day in history.
Republicans raised concerns about immigration, and Democrats called Republicans xenophobic.
Texas is providing charter buses to send these illegal immigrants who have been dropped off by the Biden administration to Washington, D.C. We are sending them to the United States Capitol, where the Biden administration will be able to more immediately address the needs of the people that they are allowing to come across our border.
So the historians will...
First of all, it's to make a point that those cities and states like New York and Los Angeles and San Francisco that claim that they are sanctuaries where anyone from anywhere in the world has the right to go there and live, those cities should put up or shut up.
In a strategy reminiscent of former President Trump's suggestions for managing undocumented migrants, other southern states like Arizona and Florida have also engaged in the practice of flying and busing migrants to sanctuary cities and states. Sanctuary cities refer to a community with a policy, written or unwritten, that discourages law enforcement from reporting an individual's immigration status unless it involves a serious crime.
They want more people in their sanctuary cities? Well, we'll give them more people. We can give them a lot. We can give them an unlimited supply. And let's see if they're so happy. They say we have open arms. They're always saying they have open arms. Let's see if they have open arms.
The actions of southern states have been criticized as a political stunt.
The idea that we could have a generous system of welfare benefits from health to education and so on, and allow the entire world to access those benefits is just mathematically impossible. So we're starting to see the math not adding up in state after state.
The sheer volume of newly arrived migrants is a major reason behind the city's struggles. In fiscal year 2022, just over 817,000 new cases were filed in immigration courts across the U.S. That number exploded to nearly 1.5 million new cases the following fiscal year. The first bus of migrants to Washington, D.C., Texas reported it has transported over 100,000 migrants to cities such as New York City, Chicago, Philadelphia, Denver, and Los Angeles. In 2023, illegal immigration is estimated to have cost Texas taxpayers $13.4 billion. According to the Texas newsroom, the state spent over $148 million busing migrants to sanctuary cities as of January 24, 2024.
Back now with a record number of migrants crossing into the U.S., pushing resources to the limit in many American cities. Now hospitals are sounding the alarm, saying they're also overwhelmed, including some far from the border.
After a few months, Democrats also started busing migrants to different areas and started criticizing the Texas governor for busing migrants to New York.
Mayor pointed out during the recent town hall that New York City is projected to have a $12 billion budget deficit, the exact amount it will cost to house and care for the incoming migrants over the next 3 years.
It's going to come to your neighborhoods. All of us are going to be impacted by this. I said it last year when we had 15,000, and I'm telling you now with 110,000, the city we knew we're about to lose.
Well, what warning does Texas get when 300,000 people cross over every month? I think it's a bit rich for the mayors of cities up north to say, well, hang on a minute, can you guys just slow things down, give us some more warning, let us sort it out? I think that's a ploy. I think they should be talking to the White House because the White House has control over the flow. Texas doesn't have any control whatsoever.
New Yorkers started feeling effects of immigration policy disaster. and started voicing their concerns.
My name is Maria Rowland. I also live on 38th Street. I'm at the end towards Sacramento. I've been in that area for 54 years. I've raised my family, my grandchildren. My children went to Kelly, went to Davis. But I'm also a senior. I'm 80 years old. I live alone. My concern is safety. Why is it that I know a lot of people think that because they're immigrants that we all should agree, but I would like to ask those people who say, yeah, let them help them, how would you like 2,000 people in your backyard, in my alley, where there's 2 openings, one on California, one on Sacramento. We were told that we would get wood all the way to the back. There's 2 openings in there, so who's gonna be watching that if they're not coming out on California, they're coming on Sacramento. So who's going to be there for security for people like me? There's a lot of us who are seniors, and I'm really concerned. All this money is spent on them. On my way to church, I see a lot of homeless people. Why are they being homeless and in the street, and yet we're spending that kind of money on immigrants? Even though I'm from Puerto Rico, I'm still considered an immigrant. Because nothing was given to me when I came here from Puerto Rico 70 years ago. I also pay my taxes and I raised my family here. So yeah, I'm very concerned. And those who are for it, I would like to give you 500 of those people in your backyard and see how would you.
Yeah, everybody is welcome. I come from immigrants. Everybody in this crowd comes from immigrants. But we came here through a system, and the system is busted really bad. It's really bad. And it starts with our mayor, who welcomed them in because it's a sanctuary city. All these sanctuary city enthusiasts are not so enthusiastic anymore. Okay? This is insane. We have a system. And everybody who's crying, where's the humanity? Where's the Christianity? Where's the humanity and Christianity at the border? For the little kids that are drowning in a river, crossing a river, or the fentanyl deaths across this country. Where's the Christianity and humanity for that? I'm tired of hearing people saying that we're not humanitarians and Christian. This is bull, and it's going to stop. And Staten Island is the ground zero that is going to make it stop, because we're going to be out in the street every night.
Demonstrators in New York City's Staten Island neighborhood are celebrating the blocking of a proposed migrant shelter in their neighborhood.
I think even people who are open-minded to what they call migrants coming in have understood now it's costing us.